Hi again, everybody. Here's your Times News 24/7, the video edition for Saturday and Sunday, March 15 and 16, 2014. I'm Frank Phillips reporting. A mass transit bill now is moving to Governor Mike Pence's desk. The bill, if signed into law, would put a referendum on ballots in Hamilton County and throughout central Indiana, where taxpayers will vote on increasing income taxes to create a mass transit system. Hamilton County residents would be connected with employers and to different parts of the state. The positive thing is that we've been working for a very long time to get this bill, Noblesville Mayor John Ditzler said. The fact that we even have a bill, even though it's not perfect, is good news. Westfield Mayor Andy Cook said that the final mass transit bill is frustrating in one way and pleasing in another. Both mayors were pleased that their constituents will have a deciding voice in the matter. That's all we ask, that they let the people decide, Ditzler said. I'm pleased that the legislature has finally agreed with us at a local level to market and ask voters to pay more for a mass transit system, Cook said. Cook said that adding a mass transit system allows Indiana to, quote, come to the ball game and compete with other cities across the country, and it will also help visitors to Westfield's new Grand Park get around the city. I can tell you that adding mass transit as a regional will market ourselves across the country, Cook said. Ditzler said that some imperfections of the final bill are that lawmakers took out the ability for a light rail system to be constructed, and the bill also requires corporate support for the system instead of just relying on taxpayers to foot the bill. Cook's frustration with the bill also stemmed from the funding of the mass transit system. He said that the legislature's handcuffed local governments by not using state funds to help fund the mass transit system. Representative Jerry Torr of Carmel, a sponsor of the bill, did not return calls on the legislation at the time of publication. Last year, Hoosier legislators shot down a proposed mass transit bill. Pence now has 7 days to enact the law by signing the bill, or he can choose to veto it. A new Rickers gas station on 146th Street near Cary Road will be considered by the Westfield Advisory Plan Commission at 7 o'clock Monday night. The station would be located on 1.17 acres at 3334 East 146th Street near Cary Road in the Bridgewater Center. That's a commercial center located in the Bridgewater Planned Unit Development. Several neighbors object to the development, including Brad Bueller, a resident of the Brentwood Village subdivision. Bueller says he's concerned about traffic, pollution, safety, hours of operation, and sales of fast food. The commission will review a site plan for the proposed station. Hoosier lawmakers finished a short legislative session Thursday night after checking off major items on their agenda's to-do list that are geared towards making Indiana stronger. It was a successful session, said Senator Luke Kenley of Noblesville. We had to deal with the governor's agenda, and we ended up fulfilling a lot of different parts of his agenda. At the beginning of the session, House Republicans set 5 goals: cutting taxes, connecting crossroads to communities, equipping our workforce, preparing kids for their careers, and stopping burdensome regulations. The caucus's goals aligned in part with Governor Mike Pence's goals for legislators when he asked them to totally eliminate the personal property tax for new businesses, give more funding for Indiana highways, and establish a pre-kindergarten scholarship program in his State of the State address. Legislation now heads to Pence's desk that will give local counties the options to cut or reduce personal property taxes for new businesses. The legislation, though not what Pence called for in his address, is aimed at attracting business to Indiana. Lawmakers passed legislation that allocates $400 million in state funds toward major highway lane projects. Both Kenley and Representative Todd Houston of Fishers said that this money will be huge in improving I-69 between Fishers and Noblesville, which is a major highway for Hamilton County travelers. Another focus this session was improving the workforce and preparing Hoosier children for their future. Lawmakers passed the legislation that will give incentives to businesses who provide internships to Hoosier students and will start a pilot pre-K scholarship program to prepare young students for the demands of the kindergarten classroom. Many years of work have led to this meaningful first step, said Representative Kathy Richardson of Noblesville. With bipartisan support, Indiana will launch a pilot program so low-income Hoosiers can attend high-quality preschool programs. This is about giving the most at-risk children the best possible start to their schooling. After 22 legislative sessions, Richardson said that she feels that personally and as a caucus this year has been a success. As a part of the House Republican caucus leadership, it's always exciting to get agendas issues through, Richardson said. Houston also said this was another successful session with legislation that will, quote, continue to make Indiana stronger. Well, that's about it for us. There's a lot more information on our website. We hope you'll take time this weekend to click through all of the links. You'll find things that are very interesting, I know. And also, we encourage you to check out our AccuWeather forecast. Remember, it's there 24/7, just like the Times. For the Times News 24/7, I'm Frank Phillips reporting. Have an outstanding weekend, and we'll see you later.